All right, welcome back. Let me make sure this is working. Okay. All right, good. Welcome back. Not too good to see you. Not too Afana. How you doing? All right. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about Regina Daniels, and is it Daniel or Daniels? Nigeria never really put S behind their last name. But either way, we're here to talk about that today. We're going to have fun. I want to hear your thoughts. I've dropped the link. If you have opinions about this, I've dropped the link. So feel free to come in and give me your thoughts. But don't do it too late. Don't do it too late. Today we're talking about Regina Daniel. We're going to go through the whole story as far as I could see, and then, of course, extract the lessons as we go. Senator NED NWOKO, and Regina, they've been at it since October 18 now. Well, probably more so like since 2018. But yeah, welcome back. Let me see who else is in the chat before I get started. Let's see who else they inside of my chat. Let's see. Oh, it's more fresh. Settings have changed. Our profile names. Oh, it's more fresh. Good to see you, more fresh. Yeah. I know, but wait, didn't you have like a different name in Zantibi's chat the other day? I'm trying to remember. Okweke. Are you still Okweke? That was you, right? Abi it's a different more fresh. Welcome. Anyway, let's get going. So we have the story. But let me bring us up to speed. This is real life. I know it sounds like everybody's catching cruise, having strong opinions. At the end of the day, this is real life. This is real emotions, real consequences. You know, when someone says it is well, no, not someone. When Nigerians say it is well, but you can feel from their voice that nothing is well. There's fire on the mountain. And from all indications, it sounds like that's where Regina Daniel is right now. But let me give you like a quick synopsis before we get into some of the other stories. Again, that's all I'm talking about today. So I'll give you a quick special reiteration of what many of you probably already know. Okay. Regina Daniels came online recently in a very emotional video. In a super emotional video. I think it's appropriate for me to actually play that video right now. Let me play that video before we get going. Let's see. Actually, was recently. That's this morning. That's more like this morning when she came online and she decided to start spewing everything. Not everything, but she wanted. This is the video. Okay, this is the video. Okay. Basically, our marriage is scattering. Not only that, our whole family is scattering. They are arresting her brothers. They've arrested one brother. They're about to arrest more people. And this man, NED NWOKO, is giving her ultimatum to get back in the house right now. Get back in the house. Go to rehab, or tell everybody else that you went to rehab, and then we can clean all of this up and everybody can go back to their normal life. But she's like, you're mad. At first, she flew a private jet, spent $10,000 on private jets, allegedly. And then she bought a house or rented a house, allegedly. I don't know which one. Flashed the house and said, in my house, I'm happy. I'm at peace. But then a few days later, she's telling us she's truly in pieces. But anyway, that's what's going on. Let me play this video, and then you can hear this. Let's see. Go.
Guys, so I'm here, finally in front of a camera, trying to explain my family's problem.
Welcome, Kem. Good to see you.
God. Guys.
Okay, see you. Welcome.
Well, I had to wear this wig.
But more fresh.
Look, it's 5 a.m. I haven't slept. Like, because I can't. I had to put on this wig and like just make this video. Okay, let's get straight into the video. My family is actually in turmoil.
Her family is in turmoil. That's all I'm going to tell you for now. Okay, we get back to this video later on, because again, I want us to get the full speed of everything, just in case you're landing here for the first time, you're landing on this story for the first time. I want you to get to know who Regina Daniel is, NED NWOKO. The first thing you should know is that her marriage is scattering. She was 19 years old when she got married to almost 85-year-old man. No, sorry, excuse me. Let me get it right, guys. Let me get it right. So Regina Daniels came online recently in a very emotional video, not acting, no script, no makeup for aesthetics, just raw heart. And she said something that struck everybody. Please stop insulting my mother. I fell in love. Ladies, she fell in love. Do you still believe her? I mean, it's that woman that sold her because of greed. Anyway, I don't know what to believe, but it won't matter, really. I promise you it won't matter. I was the one that insisted on marrying Ned, an 85-year-old, some 50, now 60-something-year-old man. Anyway, I even almost killed myself when everyone said no. Let that sink in. Uncle Beno, welcome back, sir. Good to see you, sir. Let that sink in, because for years, the internet said her mother forced her into the marriage for money. As you know, we come here to talk about relationships, marriage, love, dating, talking stage, divorce, trying to remarry. As long as you're marriage-minded, we come here to talk about that. Okay? We come here to talk about that. I hope that's making sense so far. All right, let's keep going. Thank you, Uncle Beno. Thank you. Thank you for the well wishes. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. All right, so let's get back to it. So let that sink in, right? Because for years, the internet said her mother forced her into the marriage for money. Regina said, and I quote, "No, my mother warned me. My brothers warned me. Everybody warned me. I was the stubborn one. She was young, famous, admired, and she believed she had found love. Not just love, intense emotional attachment. The kind of attachment that makes you forget consequences. The one that tells you, if I don't have this person, life doesn't make sense." This is how she described how she was feeling. Again, I'll play that video later on. And let's be honest. Okay, this is me talking now. Let's be honest. Many of us have been there. Many have been there. Maybe not at the marriage level. Maybe not at the level of marrying an 85-year-old man or woman at the age of 19. But that person you thought you would die without. That person you're in love with. You call it, I love them. You can't do without them. She's the breath that you breathe, right? She's the only tune that you dance to. She's the only butter on top of your bread. She's the sugar in your tea. That person, you remember that person? That's how she described it. The one you defended, even when everyone was screaming, open your eyes, shine your eyes. Love can feel like destiny until real life enters the chat. Fast forward, marriage, children, spotlight, 15 million worth of monitoring spirit. In fact, let me verify that one. 15 million worth, 15.6 million. You can see it right here. Worth of monitoring spirit. There you have it. Yep. 15 million worth. Okay. This is the 85-year-old allegedly man. That is Regina Daniel you're looking at on the screen. Let's keep going. So real life has entered the chat. Fast forward, marriage, children, spotlight, politics, polygamy, a whole new world. And somewhere inside that world, Regina started losing herself. Not because she is weak, but because she was young and still forming identity. Her frontal lobe was still forming. Somebody say, you're not supposed to marry until you're 45. Until that frontal lobe thing is formed completely. And then now you can suddenly think straight, right? You can finally have some common sense. Anyway, Regina started losing herself, not because she's weak, but because she was young and still forming identity when she stepped into a marriage with someone who already has or had his identity, his world, his rhythm established. And now we're at the point where she says, and I quote, "I will fight for my children with or without his support." When a woman says that, something in her spirit has shifted permanently. She also said her family is in turmoil. You heard it yourself. Because of all of this, her brother allegedly arrested, because we say allegedly because they can't find him yet. Some people say police is the police in Abuja, is the police in Lagos. They are still looking for him, but he was arrested because he posted something. That's how Nigerian police arrest people. They more or less kidnap them. Allegedly. Her sister being threatened. The family that once won her is now fighting for her. The same mother that people have been insulting, ladies, has been holding her emotionally for 7 years. So in this moment, the biggest revelation is not even the scandal. It's, guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, accountability. Hit the like button. Let's hit the like button. Let's see if we can ping more people into the room. We've been trying to wake up the algorithm for a few days. It is what it is, but we're creating a library. They will find us here when they come here, right? No wala. No wala. Hit the like button, guys. I'm missing about 6 likes. Why are you doing me like this? Hit the like button. Let's keep going. What are we missing here, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, what are we missing? We're missing what I would call... Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess in the chat? What are we missing, guys? In all of this story so far, what are we missing? If you want to guess, I'll give you another 30 seconds to put it in the chat. Chinye, welcome, Chinye. Good to see you, Chinye. Marrying an ancestor at 18. No, we're not missing that. We mentioned that. Allegedly an 85-year-old man. Okay, what are we missing so far? So far in all of this story that we're telling, we have more of it. That's all I'm going to focus on today. Okay, in fact, this week, that's all I'm focusing on today. Regina Daniels versus used to be weds. Did they even ever do wedding? They did traditional, right? What are we missing? I think we're missing a little word called the A word, accountability. Okay. Regina didn't come to say, I'm a victim and life just happened to me. She came to say, I made this choice. Can we at least give her that? Did she kind of, I will assess that video. I'm going to analyze that video later on. Is she really saying, I made this choice? On the surface, it looks like she's saying, I made this choice. I was the one that insisted, and now I will also be the one to fight my way through. Is she saying that to protect her mother, or she's actually being accountable? Is that, if it's accountability, we have to admit that's strength, right? You know, just not perfection, but strength, right? So the story is still unfolding. As you know, I'm just telling you just a little bit, but the lesson so far, right? Emotions no be your mates. Okay. If you don't know what you're doing, yeah. If you don't know what you're doing and you're engaging human emotions, I'm not talking about other people's emotions, even your own emotions. You go collect. Sorry. If you don't know what you're doing and you're adulting, starting at the age of 11, 12, 13, you know those teenage emotions, right? Yeah. And you're engaging them from a place of common sense. Continue. You go collect. Sorry. Yeah, even teenage emotions. Yeah. So today we might talk about even fatherhood, right? We'll talk about polygamy, fatherhood. You know, she made a decision. What was her father when all of this was happening, right? Was she a single mother? I wonder. But we're going to get through some of them today. I'm sure you guys will share more with me as we're getting through the Regina Daniels versus NED NWOKO, Senator NED NWOKO story. Okay? The story is still unfolding. The lessons so far, okay, know that emotions will be your mates. regardless of who you think you are, regardless of how established you think your identity is. Yes, I did say his identity is established, but is it really established? Because these older men are swimming in a world they know nothing about, in a world where everybody is a media. Every phone is a media device. It's connected to the rest of the world. You can just yell, "Hey, save me!" And then before you know it, your world is upside down. Yes, even if your identity is already established. So absolutely, this some people have determined their mind, like, Regina, you go nowhere. I said, no, not so fast though. Easy. Let's watch it unfold. Okay, there's some principles here that are timeless. Let me tell you what those principles are. But it's definitely not stupid principles like once you are enter one chance, it is over. No, that means you don't understand power. Power is a dynamic thing, it's always changing form. What power used to look like in Awolowo ages is not the same thing. Back in Awolowo's days, he owned, was it the Guardian or Concord, or let's call it, I don't know, I forgot, the Nation. I don't know what, Tribune, I don't know. He owned a newspaper media form. He owned it, and he could control the narrative by saying, hey, those of you 20 people that work for me, publish this today, right? But nowadays that we have this today, NED NWOKO does not get to control the narrative. Guess what? Neither does Regina, right? So what does that create? What does that create? That creates a very interesting dynamic, okay, that we're all trying to figure out. All of us are trying to learn it. But like I said, the principles are timeless. You just have to pay a little bit more attention. Tojuba Farabale, Arimu. So what do you think? Is there love? Was there love ever involved in this? Some people were arguing on the internet over the past few days. Was there love in this situation at all? Was this a marriage of love? That was the big question that a lot of people were asking across social media. Was there love in this situation? Was this a marriage of love, right? Never mind that it's polygamy and she's the 5th or 6th or 7th or 20th wife. I don't know which one. But was there love in this situation at all? You know, can we even come around and say this is the power of love, right? Does NED NWOKO know himself? Does even know in the grand scheme of things? I know he thinks he knows himself. I know many of you think he knows himself. He knows what he's doing, right? But does he know himself? What do you think? What do you think? There's one thing that stands here. There's power imbalance. There's power dynamics at play at the end of the day here. Who has the biggest power here? Regina, she has 15 million monitoring spirits. Believe it or not, that's a lot of power. That's 15 times the power of VDM. Don't get it twisted, okay? No, maybe about 7 times, because VDM is a powerful guy now, right? And NED NWOKO probably has 20,000 followers, but he has politics, he has power on ground, right? He has his people, he has traditional power, right? So who is going to win this battle? And what does this translate to in your personal life? Because either you know it or realize or recognize it or not, there's power dynamics in your personal relationships, right? Who has the upper hand? Who is wandering? Who is predictable? Who is the easy target? Right? Who is fighting their partner? It's me against you, me against you. You said this. No, you're a liar. You are right. No, me, I'm wrong. The truth is that at the end of the day, everybody is right.
You're right.
Everybody is right. But even though everybody is right, someone is going to win. The enemy might win. You might win. Is you against the enemy? Who is the enemy? That's a big question for today. That's a big, big, big question that we have to answer today. Who is the enemy? Who has the power? You or the enemy? Right? Who is the enemy between NED NWOKO? I'm trying to pronounce it properly. Nedu? I think it's probably a short for Nedu, right? NED NWOKO and Regina. Who has the greatest power in all of this, right? That's the question that you and I need to answer today as we navigate this conversation, navigate some of the comments from social media, from Instablog Niger, from Gossip Mill. We're going to look at some of those comments and then try to get some lessons out of this today. All right. So before we move forward, let's play this bumper real quick, and I'll be right back. This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number 1 Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.